we now have the management of Royal Orchid Hotels now joining us. Mr. Arjun Baljee, founder of Iconica and president at Royal Orchid Hotels, now joining us. Mr. Baljee, good afternoon. Shesha this side, and thank you for taking your time out and joining us here on ET now. But let's start with the sentiment that we are seeing in the industry. We'll talk about the new revenue sharing agreement that you've signed for a property in Gujarat. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But otherwise, how is the sentiment shaping up within the hospitality sector?
Thanks for having me. Listen, the sentiment is obviously buoyant given the fact that Indians are traveling far more this year than they were last year. It did, you have to find the silver lining in everything. The war and the ongoing Middle Eastern crisis is obviously a huge problem with the inbound travel into India, particularly from a business guest perspective. But that obviously hasn't stopped domestic travelers from now wanting to Bharat Dekho more than what they would have otherwise done. So it's a nice fine balance between what's happening in the world and the sentiment at home.
Okay, so that's as far as the sentiment is concerned. Now let's talk about the new revenue sharing model that you have signed. This is versus your traditional management contract model that you usually sign. Take us through the latest agreement and what does that mean for the company in general?
Sure. So listen, we have a couple of revenue share agreements within our system and hope to expand that in the future. Now, revenue sharing agreement is very simple. You're effectively parting with a percentage of your top line revenue to the landlord in lieu of what the landlord is going to provide you. So think about it like renting an office, right? You're paying somebody rent. In some cases, you pay fully furnished rent. Some cases, you pay bare shell. But what we end up trying to do in a number of our deals is that it's more a long-term partnership per se, and the landlord views it as that, where they give their asset to us as custodians for a number of years, and these are typically long arrangements. And we operate the hotel. The P&L belongs to us, and we give the owner typically a percentage of the top line so that as the hotel performs better, he too earns more and believes that he is in cahoots or in partnership with us for the long term.
And Mr. Baljee, what is the long-term vision for the Iconica collection and how large do you see this portfolio becoming over the next few years?
So listen, again, that's wishful thinking and crystal ball gazing, right? So the idea is that Iconica deserves to become a family of brands and not just a single standalone hotel. When we started Iconica last year, the vision was that we're not building a new brand for a single asset, but to actually grow this out. I think Iconica is our way of creating a premium brand and a premium product for Royal Orchid as a company. And there are hotels that are higher up in the value chain, like the recent Laxminarayan Palace in Vadodara, which we believe is a really upscale wedding destination. I mean, it's a resort in the center of Vadodara city, which is that there are few like that exist anywhere. And that hotel deserved to have a collection brand on it, and we thought Iconica Collection would be the right tag to put on it. It isn't an Iconica hotel. We want to make that distinction to the world. There's Iconica, which is a fairly typecast, large big box hotel brand that we're going out and creating. The collection has the value systems of Iconica, but it obviously isn't what you'd see in Mumbai.
Okay, and any particular region that you are focusing on for expanding the Iconica collection?
Well, the it's a collection brand, right? So there are hotels that will follow the similar value system to what we've done with Baroda, with Vadodara. So there are hotels that have multiple F&B, phenomenal rooms, spa, wellness areas, and Vadodara in particular has 6 meeting, conference, and wedding venues, apart from lawns for about 2,000 odd people. So the hotel in itself is um, again, as I said, follows all the tick boxes we want to see in an Iconica, right? But it has the gravitas to stand alone as its own as well. Now, taking that value system forward, right? How do we do it? So maybe there are other wedding destinations that we are currently exploring, and I think in time to come, give it a few months, and you'll see a few more that join the Iconica collection.
And Mr. Baljee, what is the current signed pipeline of hotels that you have, and how many more openings are planned for FY27 and then beyond FY27 in FY28 and 29 as well?
So, well, listen, the guidance we've given is that there are about 50 odd hotels that are currently in the pipeline across the various brands, predominantly Regenta and in the Regenta family. Uh, so, a vast number of them, I think about at least 50% of them should open between in FY 27. And the signed pipeline continues to expand, right? And it is something that we're actively working on. But I think this last year, if you look at the trajectory of the company, last year was about the sowing the seeds for premiumization of Royal Orchid as a company with Iconica in Bombay. This year is about really watering it and seeing those seeds grow with Iconica in Mumbai, a couple of other Iconica collection, maybe a few more sub brands that, and I'll give you a hint right here that maybe a few more sub brands that we will launch in the coming future. There is obviously the Hampton by Hilton partnership that we've signed, and that it's a new nascent partnership that's a couple of months old. So there are hotels that will be signed in that portfolio too. So this is going to be a very, very exciting year with a number of openings and a number of signings.
Exciting times ahead. That's the word coming in. Mr. Baljee, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now and sharing your thoughts not only on the new property in Vadodara, but also with respect to your other capacity expansion and expansion plans across the country. Thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for having me.